is the non-profit charitable organization with presence across the globe and headquartered in Nigeria. If you'd like to learn more about Nasfat, please visit their website. The Youth National Convention is designed to inform and develop members with knowledge, skills, and experience to sustain the both worlds. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the courage to speak the truth and give us the strength to act accordingly. My name is Ajibola Lawal, and I'm an international tax advisor. My job includes advising multinationals on allocation of earnings within the group from a tax and transfer pricing perspective. I also assist multinationals enterprise in reacting, responding, and also rethinking their business policy in this time of global, unprecedented global upheaval. I'll be leading this morning's session of the convention, and I would also be joined by Sister Arafat Babibade to be the second part of this morning session. As it is customary for us, whenever we have an Islamic event of this nature, to open with opening prayer. So we would then seek Allah's intervention for today's program. And I will invite the National Head of Dawah to give us the opening prayer, inshallah. Let's go for that. You're on mute, sir. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wa alaikum assalam. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. We give thanks to Almighty Allah. We appreciate Him for His protection over us.
You are not in here, brother. What is the issue you're having? Please try now. We've already started. We are taking Quranic recitation now. You joined before. I promoted you to panelists and you left. Please join back.
Nasfat all over the world. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We pray for Nasfat, we pray for our CEO, we pray for our president and other people who will be on Nasfat number will be one of us. This program, may Almighty Allah make it fantastic and one. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. سبحان ربك رب العزة. Thank you very much, GP, our national Dawah, for the opening prayer. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept this for us and accept it from you and to the Bible. Now we shall move into my favorite part of the program this morning, which is recitation of the Quran with various hallelujahs and tones. But before I do that, I shall start by telling you some of the housekeeping rules. The first thing is, if you have any question, please feel free to put it on the question and answer box or the chat box. You will notice that you will be mute by default. This is just to manage interruptions on the call. But if you have any urgent and impassionate reason to speak, please raise your hand and we'll be able to grant you access. This program is also being recorded live, so if you miss any part of the session, send you the recorded later on, inshallah. The program is also being streamed online on various social media platforms, from Facebook to Twitter and also to YouTube, so you can join us on YouTube some more videos. So on this note, I would like to invite our reciters There's no brother Abdul Hamid Ali, brother Yusuf Abiodun Qasim, Ustaz Salim and Wahab to provide us with presentation from the Quran, particularly from Surah to Maida, verse 102. So I invite you to recite consecutively. Shall we start with brother Abdul Hamid Ali? Perhaps Brother Abdulhamid is on mute, but whilst he sorts out his mute button, shall we commence with Brother Yusuf Abiodun? Brother Yusuf, I think it might be on mute, so if you want to unmute yourself and start the recitation of the Quran, please. Okay, we're still having network issues with Brother Yusuf as well, so shall we commence with Ustaz Salim at the Wahab? constraints of time and also the difficulty with the connection out of these recitations you go on. But be mindful of time, I'll move into our second reciter in person of Ustaz Kadi Ademola. Ustaz, can you proceed, please?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا ولا تفرقوا واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ كنتم أعداء فألف بين قلوبكم فأصبحتم بنعمته إخوانا وكنتم على شفا حفرة من النار فأنقذكم منها كذلك يبين الله لكم آياته لعلكم تهتدون ولتكن منكم أمة يدعون إلى الخير ويأمرون بالمعروف بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر وأولئك هم المفلحون ولا تكونوا الذين تفرقوا واختلفوا من بعد ما جاءهم البينات وأولئك لهم عذاب عظيم.
Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make you among the successful ones and make us also among the successful ones. As you recited in the last verse, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to save you against these punishments. Indeed, whosoever Allah punishes, no one can save them from this punishment. So we ask Allah to save everyone of us from these punishments. Unfortunately, we wouldn't have time to do the tafsir of the ayah, but in short, I think it's an exhortation from Allah that we should stay together, we should stay united, and then we're all together, we might be successful. And Allah also calls us that we're the best of nations because we and also be encouraged to do. And part of that is why we're on this program today, so that we can encourage one another to doing good, to respond them as a community, give them resilience, and also be able to be successful towards. Now we shall move on to the next part of the program, which is the welcome address by the National Youth Amir in person of Brother Kabir Baji. Amir, can you proceed, please?
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. And adoration due to Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. May these blessings be upon the soul of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his household, and all those that follow his path till the day of reckoning. Only the dead have seen the end of the world. That we are still alive with all our body system working as expected biologically. We must keep moving and making things happen. Even if odds are massively stacked against us, we must remain resilient. There could have not been a better time to discuss best ways to build positive resilience than a time when the world is gradually bouncing back from the ever historic pandemic of COVID-19. The turnaround of COVID-19 was felt on all spheres of human endeavors, economically, socially, and even religiously. That is what I write. The reality is here. The second wave of COVID-19 is indeed affirms the new normal. Therefore, in view of this, that made us came up with a highly sensitive yet captivating theme, which touches the nerves of the present situation, building positive youth resilience within a new normal. A model that addresses the after effects of the COVID-19 war, a scourge that brings to the knees all life activities and practical steps to bounce back is not legal proportional life activities. To carry out a positive action, we must develop a positive vision. No doubt, the 2028 convention is a package of positive vision. The 7-day event, which started with special prayer on the 21st December 2020, was followed by community projects with focus on goal setting of the SDG as a follow-up to our International Youth Day climate action. Our target is to plant 1,000 trees before the end of December. We are close to 500. No poverty, zero hunger, and sustainable cities and communities were also in focus during this year's convention. As Nasfat youth made and still making donations to children's homes, correctional centers, and hospitals across our locations. Right? That is building the spirit of giving to them. I think that's the land.
I cannot be doing that one now. When the background doing this one now, that means you should not like it.
Experiences and engagement to help do justice to various engaging topics at every station. The next generation also is not left over in this convention, is not left out in this convention, just as it has been our strategy. As our children will be taking on running and field competition. These include members from our diaspora branches too. I hereby use this opportunity to appreciate the entire Nasfat Executive Council, the National Council of Elders, and the Board of Trustees of Nasfat for their support this far. The youth management team and the volunteer special appreciation to the youth convention team. Their efforts are well acknowledged. We pray to Almighty Allah to continue to cleanse our afflicted land. We also realistically must put in place and will witness those that face effective strategies that will be the point of reference.
whatever part of the Bible has been translated useful barriers and none can know what the process of development. Except whatever is happening in the pandemic today, none of us can know it except that it means that either such forces are invisible, although they are fighting an event becoming apparent to people, which is why we're talking about this current situation and their outbreak remains unforeseen. Sending of funds to Allah is often referred in the Quran as a form of worry, as well as establishment of human wrongs. For instance, go to the verse 37, chapter 37, verse 173, which reads as follows: "And our host invariably will be in victors, indeed, as the battalion supporting divine mission." That verse, that chapter, that verse is so critical at this point in time. And I know our Islam scholar will know more on it. Evident from hearing about these confusions and destructions of any of such work circumstantial. That the chapter has some context differences of similar pattern. In the way it's relevant here because that thing because I passed the definition of the whole chapter from what I tried to do when I was giving this assignment. I look at those verses 1 to 7 in those chapters that I've read all about. Who you provide for the protective jacket, move and walk people, and glorify your Lord, and keep your clothing sanitized, and be far from the contagion, and do not go far before to acquire more, but for your Lord is steadfast. So we don't have anything which we have started into today. That we prayer because we believe it's only Allah that will guide us. Come to my kingdom and praise. The COVID-19 pandemic is disrupting every aspect of human life in our unprecedented manner. While many of implications such as confinement, related psychological distress, and social distancing measures affect all of society, different groups, experiences. This experience this impact in different ways and in distinct ways. With the gradual transitions of government responses, Nasfat is not leaving behind. We are working seriously with all my colleagues at National Executive Council to make sure that we have the best approach to solve this crisis. We are not going to use a sudden and opportunity. We are going to be proactive and watching everything as it happens because we know the pandemic is real. Several concerns I imagine, such as increasing level of youth unemployment, which is part of the topic, which is part of your discussion in this convention, and the definition of rising depths of issues of intergenerational justice, as well as threats to the well-being of youth and future generations. Our people's inheritance and assets, we had a series of incidents that happened during the last COVID lockdown, where we have abuses, where we have emotional abuses, all these things to be guided. So not just that, it's a very wholesome thing that we must all do. And I think at this occasion, this convention, these are some of the things, and that's why the youth and me was so emphatic about your concern even for the environment. An inclusive response and recovery from the crisis require an integrated approach to public governance, even our society, that may the impact of response and recovery measure across different age cohorts, including better required decision makers to acknowledge generation divides and address them necessarily in order to really go one behind. And that is what Nasfat is doing. For instance, young women and men already have less income at their disposal compared to previous young generation. They are 2.5 times more likely to be unemployed than people aged 25 to 65. We are back to the economic and health impact of this COVID-19 pandemic. As we know, it will go across knowledge. But the current evidence suggests that young people are less than risk yet enough in terms of developing severe physical diet and symptoms linked to COVID-19 than online. As we have in the report of the WHO of 2020, Section 6. However, the disruptions in their access to education and employment opportunity as a result of economic downturn is likely to put the young generation on a much more volatile trajectory, finding and maintaining quality jobs and income. If you guys could recall, in 2007 to 2008,
allow that to happen again. It's already opening to our eyes. We must be careful and watch the scene and ensure that the youth are better. And that's why the Nasfat give our youth priority. And that's why you have this kind of convention. And I'm quite sure my colleagues are here because we are concerned for you. And we assure you that we'll give you support that you need to ensure that you have the best of this convention and stuff going on that will come in. However, the disruptive nature of the COVID-19 pandemic with the ability of the society to do certain things in certain ways. And I would like the way you have proactively reorganized this thing to go by a new normal, which is why we are having this convention online. And I give kudos to the teams of our youth leadership for the fantastic conventions you are putting across the youth, across the globe. Not only the youth in Nigeria, like we used to have it, like other youth across the globe will not be participating. We're having a situation now where all the youth are totally involved. And I'm glad, and I say just I'm glad parents, you continue to work strong. However, in this discussion, your this your talk today, I will give includes of what I'm expecting, or what the society is expecting from you, so that it can be more impactful than we've ever done. Because this is a new normal one that is so special that we need to have an impact, and the impact will be threefold. There are three sections you must try to let us extract from this common through the topic. Sold, inspiring, and it's so effective, and we need to have an impact, something extravagant. We must ensure that in this convention, you have an assessment of the medium and long-term effect of COVID-19 pandemic on your people and vulnerable groups. We must ensure that the integrated policies programs in the society in such a way that we have a fair and inclusive recovery and resilience that will help our youth, because you are concerned to us. And like you have said, the youth community has said the essence of our new policies, health, as health, education, livelihood, and dawah. The essence of which is just to buttress the current situation that we face, as if we know to come again. The natural fact came through this acronym at the beginning of our conception of this executive. And as I say, we are foreseeing what we have. Alhamdulillah, that we're doing proactive, and we have the sound leadership that goes. And that's why I tell people it's only allowed that kind of society. Every point is next. Allah give us the kind of leadership that we needed, and we continue to guide the society. Likewise on the youth, and you have a brand youth and youth that's ready to be responsive and ready for collaborations. Like how people our random plan. I don't express concern about the tool of their mental health, employment, disposable income, and education. And they should take a call for this discussion. We might say Allah continue to guide us. He knows rather than stopping, rather than letting Allah carry, ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله سبحانه وتعالى رب العزة عما يصفون وسلم وسلم والحمد لله
Jazakallah khairan, sir, for the keynote address. As the National Vice President has done, he sort of explored some of the major issues surrounding COVID-19. He also set out what the National Executive Committee is doing to address it, and he also set some goals for us as youth and the wing as well as able to address the impacts and the enduring consequences of COVID-19. And hopefully by the time we speak again next year, inshallah, we would have been able to meet most of this objective and also respond in an holistic way to address the lasting impacts of COVID-19. As the National Vice President has said, the human impacts of COVID-19, its economic impacts has been catastrophic for many organizations, for many companies globally. In fact, some companies have responded in a way by retooling, converting their operations, whereas some companies are struggling and dependent on their economic stimulus to stay afloat. Whilst the COVID-19 global health emergency and its economic and social impacts has disrupted nearly all aspects of the world, nearly all groups of the in society. People of different ages are experiencing its effects in different ways. Young people, especially vulnerable youths, COVID-19 has posed considerable risk towards the field of education, employment, mental health, disposable income. Moreover, while youth's future generation will surely have much on the long-term economic impacts of the crisis, our well-being will be superseded in the short term, and we need to maintain economic conservation without to affect it. So to sort of avoid exacerbating the current generational inequalities, we need to take urgent, decisive, and concerted action that will help us be resilient to the youth. Inshallah, most of these actions that need to be taken will be explored by our team speaker, who I believe has now joined us, inshallah. So on this note, I would like to sort of give a short citation of our team speaker in person of Alhaji Mokola. Alhaji Mokola is a seasoned investor and a manager in the agribusiness. He holds a BSc in agriculture, master's degree in information science and technology from the Nigerian University of Agriculture and Development. He's also a member of the National Institute of Marketing of Nigeria and also has a diploma in human resource management. Mr. Amaru Popola started his career with Harrow Construction Company and later joined Advent's Petroleum Company. He rose to the position of Group Market Manager at Advent's Government. He has founded the Tower and Global Resources Limited, an agro business consulting agency focusing on agriculture, oil and gas, renewable energy, market research, and capacity development. He has consulting and training experience in several organizations like UNIDO, Agriculture, and Thanks Foundation to mention them. Is a renowned community participator and the chieftaincy title of the Kerio, which will allow Idiara by Abiyokuta. So Mr. Amaru is a chartered president of the JCIN, Rock City, and the treasurer of Abiyokuta Chambers of Commerce and Industry, Mine Agriculture. He is also the chairman of the Alumni Abiyokuta branch and holds numerous positions within Nasfat. He is married with 2 kids. You can see from the citation why he's a hard speaker for this particular topic at the time of unprecedented global. So before we proceed, I would like to invite our active speaker, Alhaji Mokola, to help us explore some of the issues at hand and how it comes on building resilience to the environment. So,
well, we give God the adoration with my Almighty Allah for making it possible for us to be here today. I am really glad to have been selected to make this presentation, and I say that we are current a situation where indeed need of things to continue to become resilient. I thank the leaders of Nasfat Youth, as you know, the bill. I'm also sending my greetings to our Vice President, Nigeria Raouf, and also Chibola, you've done a good work from the inception of this program. My name is Maruf Kukola, and I'll be doing justice to this presentation. But before I proceed, I would like to ask if I'll be allowed to share my screen. Can I go on sharing my screen?
yes, yes, yeah, but we can access.
Okay. Okay, I've just started it asking for me to share my screen. And I'll go on by saying that with the little time that we're going to be spending here, it is important for us to listen because it's going to be so short and our attention is dearly indeed. Okay, I'm seeing that you want me to disable participant sharing screen. Should I just say okay to it?
Yes, please.
I've done that, but I don't know why it's not sharing my screen. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Not yet.
I need to share my screen. Okay. Hold on one moment. Can you see it now?
Not yet.
Hold on, please. What about now?
No, we can't say it yet.
I'm trying to click between. I don't know what is wrong with it. Can you see it now?
Not yet.
Okay. I think I'll rather just speak while the. What about now?
No, we can't say it yet.
What's wrong? Should I just speak the content without sharing my screen? I don't know what is wrong with the.
Yes, yeah. I think it might rather be safe to speak without these lines. Or if you're able to send these lines to us, we can project it immediately whilst you speak.
Can you send me your email address?
Yes. Apologies, so I think we may have lost our active speaker due to internet and interruptions. But I hope in the next couple of minutes you'll be able to rejoin us again.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, maybe I should just proceed with my phone while it's asking me to join while I speak to the content of the training.
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you for the time. I'm sorry for what is happening in the issue. So the positive youth resilience for the new normal is the topic that I'm going to be speaking to this morning. And I'm indeed glad that this is coming from Nasfat because it is a speech that I had from the Vice President and the response from my people. This is a fantastic time to discuss this issue. Because we're in a time where the world is actually acting in the space of new normal, and this is what we're expected to be discussing. Now, my screen has well just been shared. Nasfat is an organization that is bringing this, and if you look at the motto of Nasfat that speaks to it, to say that there is no other help except from Allah. This is why it is important for us to do this. Building Nasfat, building positive youth to resilience. You can see that next slide, where we learn how to become resilient. We're actually learning to embrace the beautiful broad spectrum of our human experience, which is what we have just experienced in the last 1 year. We know that it is important for us, except we want to be kidding with ourselves, that this is a new normal. So this topic before me today will be speaking to the objective that says that we want to learn the concept and definition of youth, resilience, and the new normal before us. This topic is also going to be saying that we want to examine the importance and study of resilience as a youth. We shall also be looking at one of the objectives is to review a snapshot of the factors of what is called resilience. Also, this team objective shall be discussing the attitudes that may affect resilience in the youth. We want to learn the specific strategies to develop and support resiliency in youth. And it will help us teach the youth to identify their potential. We're also going to be adjusting to the social new normal positively. And lastly, this team shall help us to see reason to improve on our academics, skills, and Islam as a way of life. Now let's look at it. This topic has three broad words to look at. One is, what is new normal? And I would not want to belabor us with the definition of new normal. We all know that new normal is talking about a state where which an economy, a society, and a way of life settled to follow a crisis. This has changed our behavior, limiting person-to-person physical contact, and in our immediate environment. This is what we have seen, that our new normal is talking about a new dimension into the ways that we, the human life, now interact with each other. Now, what has caused this new normal? What is the reason why we're saying this new normal? We all know it's COVID-19, which has affected us physically to move around. It has given us a restriction, it has restricted us, has changed our lifestyle, but we should not allow it to significantly affect our mental health. Because when it does, it means it has actually put us in that space where we will not be able to do anything anymore. Now, if we go out, after this, we now look at what is the effect of COVID-19, which is causing this lockdown, this pandemic, and where we are in this, what we are in the new normal. According to WHO, COVID-19 has dramatically caused us to lose human life worldwide. Unprecedented change to public health, food system, and the way we work in the world. It has also affected the economy and social disruption, causing pandemic and devastating all over the world. Then tens of millions of people are at risk of falling into extreme poverty because of COVID-19. COVID-19 has affected the number of undernourished people, currently estimated at 690 million people could not increase, and it is increasing by 132 million by the end of this year. We have seen this as very devastating, and now we should now look at the topic from the position of who is a youth. According to us, we should look and ask ourselves, how would you describe someone that is a youth? It depends on what we look at it. I've painted 3 pictures there, and I know in our mind, we see is that there are different ways as we should look at the youth. Not in terms of their age, not in terms of the physical action only, not in terms of their response to the social amenities and social well-being that is surrounding us. Look at the 3 images and ask yourself, where do you belong in all of this? As a youth, this 3 space of pictures is painting just a minute into what people can see as a youth. And I wish that we can look at it critically and ask ourselves, which part of these 3 do I belong? And which part of these 3 is the one that supersedes or should be seen among Muslim youth? According to the definition, we can say that a youth is a time of life when one is young, especially the period between childhood and maturity. You can say a youth by United Nations definition for statistics. Purpose definition of youth as those persons between the ages of 15 and 24. This is without prejudice to others. We can say the youth is someone, according to Wikipedia, the youth is a time of life when one is young, and often means the times between the childhood and adulthood with maturity. It is also defined as an appearance of freshness, vigor, and spirit. It is a specific age range varies, as youth is not defined chronologically as a stage that can be tied to specific age range for my definition. So in all of this, we can say you can actually pick and say this is what a youth is. You can also say someone with more positive, constructive forms of participating to drive a change is a youth, not in terms of age now. Now let's go back and ask ourselves, when we say resilience, what are we talking about? Remember, I have broken this topic into 3 frames. I have defined what is normal. I have also explained in my own context what a youth is. Now, resilience is also part of this team. And I say that the resiliency is a pattern of positive adaptation in the context of a past or present adversity. It's a set of inner resource, social competencies, and cultural strategies that permit an individual to not only survive, but to recover or even thrive after stressful events, but also to draw from the experience to enhance subsequent functioning. It is the ability to bounce back from challenges. As resilience, we have seen ourselves to be in this to function as well as before and move forward. Look at the definition of resiliency in continuation. You can say that it is the ability to be able to cope, to adapt to stress and to stress the challenges of the life situation, to be able to learn from it, from this life experience. Resilience, in my own definition, is to be able to effectively manage in one situation, this situation that we have found ourselves, and we need to know that this has happened. need to balance the different aspects of life: physical, intellectual, social, emotional, and spiritually. Need to be balanced as a definition of resilience. Resiliency also involves our ability to make realistic sense of an act, react to it meaningfully to the world around us, even if it is keeping us down. For me, that is how to define resiliency. And we now ask ourselves, what are the characteristics of resilient people? What do we see about them? We look at flexibility as being resilient. We look at humor. When you say someone is resilient, he must be flexible, he must have humor, he must be optimistic, he or she must be realistic. You must create and support the system. You cannot go back and say, I am not getting involved. This is what I see as the characteristics of resilience. What is flexibility? If you say someone is resilient, flexibility is when your goal, plan, ideas, or hope are dashed because of an avoidable circumstance. A flexible individual accepts this attitude. Will not allow you to focus on a new plan or new hope. If you accept this thing, you can change or control. You are free to put your effort into things you can change and control. That is flexibility. You take charge of it, you control it, and change the dimension of it. It is how important it is important for us as Christians to dimension of it. How important it is important for us as Christians to dimension of it. these questions is important and I want us to answer it. I would have all that I am set and the resilience use the not negate and not problem. I wish I can hear or see the chat box responses. And a young person with mental health problem resilience. These two questions are pertinent. Okay, I can see fine, no, no, good, yes. If you know that these two questions are important for me, the answer to these two questions is actually no. Because, and then we need to know that being resilient does not guarantee happiness and productive. Being resilient, excellent, does not guarantee happiness. Studies show that protecting and the principal combination before, which are individual, family, and environment, are usually related. And the more protective factor is your person's life. And individual is and community that in your mind resilient, which means you have two individuals in the same home and they have the father and the mother, and you see the father abuses the child. You take the child into becoming weak and not being weak, you are actually resilient. So in that space of family, you can say that family state as actually most important factor for that child. And you cannot say that in a single parent home, not having a father or a mother can actually become a business factor to change resilience expected of the child. But this doesn't say that a single brother or a single father cannot nurture a child to become better. But we will become strong, resilient person. So what we're saying here is study has shown that when you gather protect these three factors, well, I mean family, I mean the individual, I mean the environment, and you can make a balance between these three. You can have autonomous resilience. But when one of them is missing, the basic factor in the life of that individual, not becoming stress, not being pushed from the environment by his friend, or being attacked by the spirit, which is resilience. In that note, I need us to practice happiness. We need to be kind to ourselves by forgetting our happiness. We need to be patient and hold others. We need to ourselves for our happiness priorities and as suited for focus and therefore we need to begin all of this together and by resilience coming from. Just remember, it's important for us to remember that by our Muslim, therefore we go back to the hadith and the Quran and Bukhari. Because all of things that we have said is saying that Bukhari said, and the one of you is team and is accountable for what each is committed his child shall be asked. I must say because of my negative example of yourself, something that will now become a thing that community happy with Islam. That's not what and we will surely test you. The Quran said, and we will surely test you. Something of fear and hunger, and then most of wealth and life. But keep good tidings, patient. Resilience is one of these. They are acting also that is. They are patient. Whenever I've been there, patient, but my answer, not wait. Why not say that? Someone who is important. Someone who what is someone having things that are now the fear of you. Even when you all the little so these things that God has brought, these things that Lord has brought. The last thing formed of all this finally welcome. Like that, saying the circle cloud of microphone listening. And I'll end this by thinking of Shukran. I think it's called Kula. Of the man who is here.
Indeed, for the brilliant and thoughtful presentation you delivered. Please recall I said at the start of this session, this citation, I said he has learned a number of music permits program and also the capacity building to speak as well. So you must all agree that this has been quite thoughtful session to deliver to us, and also it's sort of you that capacity in responding to some of those activities. What we cannot agree on is that we are facing a global economic turmoil and the sustainability of those activities. And as I said, one thing that remains certain is that the impact of the pandemic will be long lasting. So ability to develop across some of the resiliency is key. I'll sort of touch, to some of your points said before we entertain question. I think the first thing is almost just now the key effects of the pandemic, so which we all have for me. And also help us understand what the conception has affected what exactly to use. So having defined it as a state of mind as opposed to being put in the number and categorization. So if you have that state of mind, then what happens in terms of isolation can be categorized as beautifully said. You also help us understand what resilience is, and actually, from his perspective, the ability to effectively manage the situation is what resilience is. So if you're confronted with a situation, effectively manage them without being, you're not shy to address it, then you might rather say that some of this resilience. And then also, some of us master the aspect of this relationship and handling your woman, and you're able to empathize with people, you participate in various initiatives, and also you're patient, you have the strength, and then you probably find the resilience. He also said that whilst your ability to be resilient, find it dedicated on things. So three elements of resilience. One, you think about the family, thinking about the environment, and you think about the individual. So if you're able to build resilience, you've got to have a society that helps you achieve that. And the society like Transparently you speak, these things, then you're able to give that resilience a understanding perspective. Having patience is key in terms of giving the resilience. So yeah, I think in my own work, the way I sort of understood what you said is that way I'm sort of summarizing for you. I'm sure that's what you want to understanding of what you said. So in order to test our understanding of that, I'll invite everyone to raise any question you have. The chat box is open. The question and answer box is open. So if you have any question for our speaker, please feel free to enter them there. But if you have an urgent need to speak, raise up your hand. Might be invited guests to speak as well. So I'll have a look to see if we have questions yet. Yes, someone asked a question, can we get a copy of the presentation sent to us? So I think I've asked the speaker best if we are able to send a copy.
Well, it's actually an intellectual.
I think you're connected on two devices and you muted yourself now. Can we unmute this speaker, please? The operators. Sorry, sir, you're still on mute. Yeah, I'm afraid you're still on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yes, we can hear you now.
Now, to go up from one of the key environments, so I can respond to it without coming back.
Okay, sure. So thank you for taking questions. Whilst you're waiting for the questions. Yeah. So the first question is regarding whether we can receive a copy of the presentation, and someone wants to know if we can streamline or synchronize the smart structure to make the organization happen. I think that's more of a question we need to send to look into.
Well, like I said, this is an intellectual property, and I would need to go look at it because it's just been developed. This is the first time I'm making this presentation. I need to understand. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you indeed.
I'm being muted.
Can
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good. So, like I said, that this is I have other presentations to be made by 27th in the US, and I feel that I should give them the time to listen to me also, and then I'll look at how to share it with the members. It's not something that I can share it, but that will be the second presentation that I have. Then I'll get back to the computer and then we'll look at how to share it.
So, for this message, the department once they decide that something that can be distributed, we'll send it from Mr. We don't have any other question now. Okay. Just waiting for its participant to ask any other question.
There are a few other
Okay, I got some here now. So the question is, how do we resolve the conflicts between destiny and efforts around the documents of
Assalamu alaikum. In the movie section, so that's yeah,
has put us here. We have waited as a Nasfat you to say pandemic has put us down and we cannot converge. So it's making us converge. That is part of resilience. So if you accept this fate by destiny, that COVID has happened by destiny, is a time in our life that it will happen. What we now do about it because is what we are talking about. That is the resilience that we're talking about. But if we wait and say, this is my condition, this is the situation, and what will happen after that is also part of the destiny. Oh, I am moving it there, we don't need to do any program in that. Someone has thought about using Zoom to communicate. So you have to down that resilience. That is our environment. She has music as a medium to also communicate and also get but destiny will always have but what you do about now determines the resilience individual.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm afraid we're running out of time. I'll take two questions and after that we can move on to the next aspect of the program. So the next question we have here is, what are the programs you have to help realize dreams of the youth, irrespective of their areas of interest? I'm not sure the question is specifically of it on the youth executive, but I'd like to take it back there. So the question is, what are the programs you have to help realize dreams of the youth, irrespective of their areas of interest?
Now for me or for the organizer.
I think the question looks more like the question for the organizers, but if you do want to take it back, then I'm happy for you to do so.
Okay, well, for me as an individual, I am in community management and a progressive central individual. And which means that everywhere I find myself, I like to get involved. I have a couple of programs that I run. I'm in the new currently in the US. So I have a program that I run with and it's still going. It's not something that I talk to young guys, young individuals, opinions, and even adulthood on how to become a time for the youth. That's one of what I do as a job and also as a energy back to my community. But in that part, this is also what I do. Anytime I'm involved with the institution, I give my best to it. So, but if you want to reach me at any point in time, I'm sure the organizer of this event has my contact. It can be shared among every individual here. I can take it as a personal contact and a personal discussion. That I think.
Okay, that's very helpful. Thank you. And lastly, before we move on to the next section, can someone with the ability to lead keep mute and not fight for position because of the state of Professor Solana, he shouldn't fight for a position?
Yes, it is what it has. I don't understand what you mean by to be. It's not to talk. As a leader, it's not all the time that you speak, but your action and what you do can help society to move. But if you keep quiet and no action is taken by you, then you are not moving. There is a full of leadership, which means you can lead from every direction and phase of life. If you are an organization, a businessman can actually be a leader to the empty at some point in security issues because that is what space. So if you say you're a leader and you don't talk, fine, maybe speaking is what you need. But your action as a leader must also be progressive. If you don't talk or don't speak, you must show an action that will make a progressive society. So that's what I feel. It's just part of it. It must be an activity. It's not because you have to become the mayor, the president, someone that is for or show an action or support the process or initiate the process for success, not the position of that individual that makes the person unique. That's my contemplation.
Thank you very much indeed. We'd like to hear you speak longer than this for being constrained on time. On this note, we try the course of this part with more information to end. I'd like to extend my profound gratitude to the speaker for such an insightful and developing section here as an anchor. We ask that Nasfat what's that blessing and saving of the as well. So I think the next part of the program now is the panelist section, which is perhaps a little more interactive, and I believe you is the guiding hand of our sisters that's regarding moderating the section, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you, Graduala, for the wonderful facilitation and the profound gratitude to Alaji for the insightful lecture. We pray Allah continue to bless your path. Like you said, I'm Arafat Famibani, and I'll be taking you on the panelist journey. And with us for the panelist session, great personalities. In persons of first we have Agia and Biba Abdel Malik, a graduate from the University of Maiduguri, where she studied agriculture, crop production. She has a master's degree in crop physiology in Nasarawa State University. She has served in different capacities in Nasfat. She was a one-time Naiba Amira at Bukari branch, a one-time branch Amira, the Northeast Zona Naiba, and then just past National Amira of the Nasfat Youth Wing worldwide. Join me in welcoming Adia Abiba Bela with my to the gathering. Assalamu alaikum Sulaiman. Also with us on the panelist session is our dear mother, Alhaja Nafisat Arumdari. She loves serving Allah and humanity. She is a reputable Muslim woman leader and also belongs to the International Service Organization, the Association of Lions Clubs International. She's an active member of Nasfat, the past National Women Affairs Secretary. She currently serves as the Secretary of the National Council of Elders, member of Nasfat National Mosque Development Fund Committee, member Nasfat National Mosque Flag Bearer, and member of President University of Shoko. Alhaja Arugudade is passionate about helping young people reach their full potential. He is happily married with children. Join me in welcoming Alhaja Nafisat Arugudade. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Waalaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
We're so glad to have you in our midst.
Thank you. It's a great pleasure to be invited here today. I love working with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Also on the panel session is our own dear Alhaji Sumanu Daouda. He is a member of several professional religious bodies, notably Nasfat, in the various directorates. He once served as the National Welfare Secretary, and now he is the Nasfat General Secretary worldwide. He is a member of several social societies who may accept all at the highest levels. He is a mentor at the State Foundation, a mentor in Tony Foundation, a volunteer to charity homes and foundations where serving humanity is required. He is the chairman of the Development Estate Association in Animation Local Government. He is the Lagos State Coordinator of the Federation of Tourism Association of Nigeria. Alhaji Sumanu Daouda is widely traveled upwardly mobile, highly versatile, with passion for touching lives and putting smiles on the face of many. He's highly passionate about the business of hospitality and tourism, having delivered paper abroad and home and abroad. Please ask for Barakat, sir.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
Thank you so much for joining us today, sir.
My pleasure, sister.
Um, like we've all listened to the profile of our panelists, we have with us capable hands to put our content on the same topic, always be talking about it, building positive resilience within the nuclear life. So the first question we have here will be going to Alaji first. Let me start from the man in the house. So who
Thank you so much.
knows how important it is for you to remain resolute and steadfast despite the major issues we are currently facing?
Sorry.
Let me take that again, sir.
Yes.
How important is it for you to remain resolute and steadfast despite the major issues we are currently facing?
But I also would like to say that this is first and foremost, I want to appreciate this team for putting this program together. It's a lucky thing that outcomes of the challenges of COVID-19 and several other factors in society that we are today. It's how can we go about our problems? Look at the elections with money energy, the election characterized the existential questions. And this is important that plan as Muslims must be up to date that are germane also to date. One, sovereign registrations, and the other is I would say, forgiveness from last content and second product. This we must know that more important of all, we must take issues from this perspective of that only product record exist in the record system is substrate that's characterized by several other substrates. So as a we must be regarded, we must be ready, we must be able to face all challenges with caution and be able to develop strategies, especially through strategies to manage the environment at which we are found ourselves. So we need to see that as such we have been affected by those things that could be brought and that become the kind of laws in limitations and for years to come. And which allow the government allow to make when it was.
Um, Thank you so much for that beautiful response, sir. So all you out there listening to us, if you're just joining us, it's the Nasfat Youth Convention, and we're currently on the panelist session where we have three wonderful persons here with us discussing the key topic of the convention. You can follow this conversation on our online platforms. On Twitter, we are at Nasfat HQ. On Instagram, we are at Nasfat underscore HQTRS. On Facebook, we are Nasfat Worldwide and Nasfat Regional. for everything you do while this program is on, please do use the hashtag Nasfat Youth Convention. Thank you so much again, Alaji, for the beautiful response. The next one before we go to Alhaja Arubadi. So we'd love to know, Ma, to what extent do you think your inclusion in policy making will positively affect the youth going forward?
Uh, Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to everyone. It's my pleasure to be here with you and to share with our youth. And that we continue to learn and relearn every day. Here is the question. The youth, we've heard so much about the resilience, the attributes of resilience. The youth are flowing everywhere. They are not, they have a need to be included. So there's now the inclusiveness is very important. In policy making that we affected. The youth are the one that we are affected by any policy that is to be made, especially on this issue of COVID-19 or the pandemic. Or even any issue that has to do in any country in governance, it should be better if we take the youth along for the journey. If we make them to be able to contribute their own quota in terms of innovativeness, they are more creative. Better years of the older generation is different from the emerging market that I imagine is in the world, that youth are more conversant and it affects them. And if you want policy that you really want, it should be better that they are involved in the policy making so that the decision making and the implementation and delivery can meet our expectation or even beyond and be right. It will also be an opportunity to create a connected generation of leaders. When they are now involved, they will become connected. And with this, we can give them the experience that will make life better in their own generation. These are youth that at this moment, some even will say, like I said, that this is lockdown generation. And we need to make them, let them evolve, let them evolve. And also, know that when you enter the top, by when you come out of this top, person. This is the moment that groups have entered the storm. And the only ones that entered the storm, they know how to come and come. What's between them? How to from them. And since we have identified that yes, they have the resilience, they have the problem, they have the knowledge, they are ready for the change. This necessary that they have to any thinking they are and they are in that period. We should also take note that with this COVID, the pandemic, it is not something. Yes, I had someone saying, yes, it is turning around that things are really winding down. We are all with that. But at the same time, any hangover we have, the countries have don't come down. Second wave, third wave. Any hangover we have, we surely go into 2024. And so the one reason why we need that generation that we live longer should and be able to positive so things that will affect them, the policy that will impact on their life. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Ma. Like we all said, we all need to be involved in policy making as our involvement will bring about connected generation. And as far as the policymakers are doing their bit to get us involved in this policy making process, we should proceed, be willing to ensure that when these opportunities are available, we are ready to take charge. May Allah make this success for us. Thank you so much, Mark, for that beautiful response. This one is the idea Abibat. Would like disruption in the world. So, I adapt to the life for being us together today and it offers a great opportunity for us to come and speak on what is affecting us as a youth. The current situation in the world, honestly, we can even say the youth are the kind that have been affected. When you look at the current situation in the world now, we'll be talking about the aspect of unemployment. We'll be talking about inflation, we're talking about income loss of youth that result to poverty. Then stress, anxiety, fear, expose our youth to domestic violence, expose our youth to sexual violence, it's expose our youth both mentally and physically. If you look at the issue of monitoring of the youth, it's beyond the level of the crisis that can affect the future generation. So during this disruption, you will notice that when there was the lockdown, people that are hardworking are not whether they face no drop in their income what they are receiving, or some of them who lost their job because many of the youth don't have permanent jobs that we're talking about. So it's either they can go out because they are if you get that their money come problem, and they are not stable what's in mind, what you want to do your family, you become worried, depression will start setting in terms of how you are affected that disruption has a risk to education and schools and universities get closed down because of this crisis. They're not able to even go to school to develop themselves professional. And for those that want to, maybe during this crisis that is supposed to graduate, they don't even have that certificate to even look for a job. So, some of them are the most sourcing for themselves in terms of getting school fees, in terms of looking for what they can achieve. So if you look at it, and every closure of school implies loss of social development and it's affected in so many ways that people think about the same ones that maybe they are going to special schools, not for them practice for their children. When you talk about loss of income and this poverty, when you don't have a job, you start thinking that, oh, what next can I do? Where will you get food? How will I take care of my family? How will I take care of myself? Um, so the disruption and affect youth in so many ways to the extent that depression has started setting, fear of how to survive has started setting. They are not stable minded. So that is the little way I can explain in order not to take much of my time. Thank you so much for the well articulated response. Indeed, the youth have been greatly affected by the disruption in the world. However, like our team speaker said, we have to be resilient. We have to keep on moving and believe in Allah that with our efforts, bless all that we do and help us through this hard situation. I mean, the next one before me goes to Alaji Sunu. So we'd like to know from your wealth of experience, what qualities are critical for every youth to cultivate to make them scale through these times that we are in?
Thank you so much, Madam Moderator. Uh, the youths are the future of tomorrow. The youths are our leaders. The youths are people who are going to pass generation of leaders future. whether knowledge or not. And the youth, and even the global village now. How we manage to put out, how to manage to specialists, how to manage to school, how to manage to school. So we know that kind of thing that we must have. And also, of course, must assess and seek for knowledge. What and seek for knowledge? Must seek for knowledge. And must have a goal, analyzing information skills. These are skills that not only will help you as an individual, also they also will help you as an employee, by yourself. And above all, you must have a show for resilience. Like what you said, like the example that yes, when you don't know, when the person come and kill like a fool, when the person move, you come back again. Our resilience level must be very strong, like has been explained earlier on. And of course, you must always show sense of positivity. That's challenge in anything you achieve. Thank you very much for your system.
Thank you so much for that. I can feel your list is exhausting. But thank you for the ones you have shared because, like you all said, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, digital literacy, problem solving skills, amongst many others, is very, very vital. Like Alhaja Arumudani said, yes, the policies have been worked on. However, we need to be capable to take up these challenges when they do arise. And I hope as many of us listening here today to take charge of our own lives, equip ourselves with these skills, and by last words, opportunities will come when it will be very useful for us. And thank you all for that. Um, the last question here to Alaja Abdullahi. So would like to know your recommendations on strategic ways for our youth to bounce out of the current depression caused by the global pandemic. We want one top strategy now. What would you recommend, ma'am?
I mean, no one size fits all. But what is more important now is we should all know that when one advantage of something and you, it's a really good age. So you, as a resident youth, you have to assess yourself. Choose to be a new you. What just as highlighted earlier by with this figure, we need to know This is a period I've been the program because 90s is March. We know for what to carry pregnancy and deliver. Let's go at how it impacted. Just let every youth access to servant look at it as problems identified. How are the situation impacted on me in as a person? Trying to get out so what are the ways to get out and make a change? Knowledge is very, very important. Emotions. I think that knowledge, in those days, is a knowledge is power. Not again applied knowledge in not only speaking knowledge, but application strategy. How do I apply the concept of the experience? In those days, the teacher. Not in this day. They analyze has mentioned content solving. You should have it to analyze manage information. Make sure that carries and mindful and strength. What things that I to make sure that I can I can so that you can make yes, that is not that it is your own. Because I want to check in the dog as part of this. There's a young boy, a young man that's angry. He was meant to that's it. We are just going to do this that I will not mention where it's job. Just plan like we said, we are not my friend said this that no further offer game. Not connection, no. This is a son of an illiterate. Not connected. But in fact, we have been told that the market now is safety after. As I'm safety is become. I retired after the safety, director of purchase of confederation. The safety of back now. And we like okay, if to it is university right was to be service all the focus on they will do it at right set the freshman and second year. It was published them.
Is Baba Olalekan Olasupo? Is Baba Olalekan Olasupo? Yeah. Okay, because I see one Olalekan Olasupo. I know I'm not sure maybe he's the one. No. Oshukodito is different. This one is Olalekan Olasupo. Oshukodito is Tajidin. I know. Please confirm so that I can bring you on board because that's the next section now. No, Olasupo Tajidin Olalekan, then there are another Olalekan Tajidin Olasupo. But please confirm for Baba because that's the section that we're going into now.
you all know that the new normal will continue with us. What super normal yesterday was new normal sometimes back. So we are having a new normal today, we surely be normal. Time and into when we add into everything, we have so many issues. But now, the time we are not going, we all know that coronavirus will never can only be so take over. That is strategically build your distance, embrace the change that will be definitely that the change will continue. That's when it's constant. Don't dwell negative. One must get connected, united, we shall be able to debate this pandemic. And so God will remain connected and back and connected. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mom, for that. Aside answering that question, you also gave the inclusive back there. Thank you so much for that. So, like my said, you first need to know what is your personal. If you truly identify your strength, your weakness, and when you are able to identify yourself, you, and then connect. Emptying yourself to Allah will not benefit you today. We have to at all times remind ourselves that Allah will take charge of our lives. All we need to do is to believe in Him and to believe that He is able to sustain us. May Allah continue to sustain every one of us. Ajia Abiba Bello, your last word of wisdom is a closing remark from you. Something you want to say about stopping before we call it a session.
Okay, I had that. And so, despite all the difficulties that we are facing with this crisis, we should not limit ourselves. We should have positive mind. Because we should do something. We come out of our shell. And most importantly, we should limit what we also values. That's no, it's very, very important. It's that follow the rules. It's well, exercise well, plan well, have a target, well, focus, to have a long time plan, rather than have a short time plan that at the end of the day, when you fail, you will now be looking for how to sort this out. So now we should be very, very ready to try anytime, anything we should fail. And I like to benefit and to stay safe.
Thank you so much, Ma. I like the practical, basic approach you give them. Thank you so much. But like she said, please remember to stay safe at all times. If it's not necessary, do not leave your homes. And please watch out for your loved ones as well. Coronavirus is real. I like to small Omega. Please, your wrap up thoughts on the topic today.
Thank you very much, my sister. Stay safe. Where is my important? Now, quickly, as a wrap up, about the Quran, the book of Numbers on the fathers, bring a man of wisdom and thought as them came, the challenges and overcame them. Therefore, another leadership. Otherwise, you and I, and this community, who are to overcome challenges and remain active, complete problem, yeah, that's what first is hold on to your faith sometime. When you have tough times, you have challenges, hold on to the top. Because you know, I will give us 5 verses, 5 portions of the Quran that always try to bring that difficulties and the challenges. Quran chapter 94, verse 6. Quran chapter 29, verse 2 to 3. Quran chapter 2, verse 45, Quran chapter 11, verse 115, Quran chapter 6, verse 22, and all these verses, they are all that you know, at least when we are faced with challenges, as we are facing hypocrisy, may Allah Ta'ala is our husband, and I said, what I want, and I'm not going to
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. If only the organizers give me a whole lot of more time, we can get material further. But as Allah will have it, we have loads of other activities planned for this year's National Youth Convention. And as such, we'll be calling it this session for this particular activity. I want to appreciate the three of you for taking out time to be with us at this event today. May Allah continue to bless all that concerns you. Thanks for sharing of your abundance of wealth. May Allah continue to replenish it. Amen. Thank you so much, Alhaji Simone Vega, Alhaji Nafisat Arabudani, and Adia Abdullah Abdulmalik. It was an honor being the moderator for this session. Thank you so much for being with us. And for every one of us at home, I'm sure you're notepads and few documents jotted already. And I want to remind you all, so many of us attend programs, take notes, however, we do not act on it. And just like we say, a dream will forever be a dream except we actually take plans and execute it. So do not make this program one of those programs you just take notes and then you don't put your diary. Please do make time to strategize and execute tips we learned from our great panelists. May Allah make it easy for every one of us. Thank you so much once again, our panelists. We'll go straight to the goodwill message, which we will first take from our own mother, Ajia Bola Suwaibat Bola. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I congratulate on for this National Youth Convention. I will start by saying all protocol duly observed. The name of Allah, for the Christian, the rest of them. To the great privilege from the present at the National Youth Convention Federal Committee. I appreciate the organizers for extending the invitation to the main management of the committee for a good message. I wish to convey to your greetings and best wishes for the youth convention from the women of Nasfat, and let me start my message to the youth by thanking the organizers and leadership of the youth for engaging themselves on co-creating climate action of the Sustainable Development Goals as a follow-up on the International Youth Day. I am glad that the National Youth Convention activities also included tree planting, the target to plant 1,000 trees in all zones and customers applications. Trees give off oxygen that we breathe. Trees reduce amount of water runoff, which reduces erosion and pollution in our waterways, and it reduces the effect of flooding. Many species of the wildlife depend on trees for habitat. Trees provide food, protection, and homes for many birds and mammals. Can we just imagine what the environment and we stand to benefit from the 1,000 trees planted by my young ones? The youth were also informed humanitarian service. The day was dedicated to groups 1, 2, and 11, group poverty, zero hunger, and sustainable cities and communities. They also got themselves involved in visitations of motherless homes, original centers, hospitals, and part of activities during which they made generous donations. These actions are good and they must be delivered and connected, vibrant, and programs and activities. And when we communities, we as adults are people, brothers and sisters in Islam, this is beautiful positive growth behind the normal. What has humans we have experienced and experienced shift in our way of life.
about old, and now, second, what seems to be our new normal, when face masks have become part of our daily dressing. It seems to be the new norm. Queuing now is the norm. When you visit hospitals, going to the shops, or even getting into the emergency places. And now, a trip to Joe Wiki Asala to step back an adventure of its own to many of our daughters. The mosque, public transport, etc. Very different now, with physical distancing in place and commuters wearing masks. We do a double take when we hear someone cough or sneeze around us in our environment. We have been conditioned this past few months to hyper vigilance for these symptoms. But hopefully, this might also mean that higher standards of health and personal hygiene will continue. The pandemic has affected the young people more than any other group. We are also observing an increase in unemployment being more pronounced among the youth. 16% of the world's population belonging to the group aged between the 15 to 24 years, which in turn constitutes nearly 25% of the total working age population. Enhancing the skills of the youth is an imperative that we cannot ignore. If we are to successfully address the devastating socio-economic effects of the pandemic on the youth. I believe that today's lecture will serve as one of the sources for wider discussion and subsequent deliberations on the theme building positive youth resilience within the new normal. I also believe that lectures on different topics today will attract active participation and exchange from among the panelists here today. I wish once again to congratulate and commend the organizers for their thoughtfulness in organizing this lecture, and I wish all of them the success in the youth convention, inshallah. I pray Allah will accept it as an act of ibadah from them, and I thank you all for your kind attention. Please remain safe, and may Allah protect us from all evils, including coronavirus. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun, wa salamun ala walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. And thank you all for inviting me. God bless you.
God bless you too, man. Thank you so much for that. I'll be handing back rather, to Brother Sadiq Ajibola to round up this session.
Thank you very much indeed. Happy to take it back up here. I think we're now moving on to the last meet of this morning edition. And as you've noted, I think the panel sessions also brings practicality and brings to life the topic within this also, which is what is practical and good. May I invite our brother for the closing prayer? Let's know that brother Najib Afolabi.
We thank Allah for giving us the opportunity to have this program again. And alhamdulillah, thus far, we pray that Allah will keep us through the other parts of the program. And we pray that whatever knowledge we will have on us, again from the lectures and the program that we have had and that we're going to have going forward may give it helpful and beneficial to us. Inshallah. So when I become representative of my school, thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. I think this is a note where we give back minor gratitude to everyone for this morning edition. I know Sister Arafat, thank you very much for moderating that session. Thank you to all the speakers for the insights about the crisis. I know time is short and passing away very quickly, as we've said. Unfortunately, we had to conclude the webinar session this morning. First, I would like to thank the National Acting President, Alhaji Ayodeji, National Amir Oda Kabir, the national head of Dawa, also our distinguished guest, Chief Obola, all members of the candidates from Alaja and Santa Rogandade, Laji Ida Speaker, and Sister Nibat Bello, and also Sister Nila Bello Abdulmalik. Thank you for your contribution. I know that our viewers might be frustrated that not all their questions have been answered. Obviously, it's important, it's impossible to cover all questions be raised, but inshallah, because this is a long series, most of the questions will be answered later this afternoon or this evening, or possibly tomorrow, inshallah. This has to do with various educational competition from Quran to quiz to fiqh, and also in this evening we're talking about mental health as it might have been impacted with the COVID-19. Our questions about mental health that you raised in the chat box will be addressed at the Q&A section, inshallah. You can find more information you want about this program on our website or maybe on our Twitter feed as stated earlier on. If you also missed any parts of this program or if you'd like to see them again, the rest assured that we upload the YouTube with all the information, inshallah. Again, on this note, I'd like to thank everyone of us and our viewers for your patience with this time and also for your resources together to be part of the session. Until we see you again this afternoon, inshallah. I hope you all stay safe. I hope to see you, inshallah. And also as a Sister Arafat.